Welcome back my YouTube channel Old Car Stories. Today, we take you on a journey back in time to explore one of the most iconic vehicles in automotive history, this car in 1966. America was in the middle of cultural transformation. Music was changing, the civil rights movement was gaining ground, and on the highways, something bold was making its presence felt, the 1966 Ford Galaxie. It was more than just a car. It was a statement of power, comfort, and classic American engineering. Ford introduced the Galaxie name back in 1959, but by the time 1966 rolled around, the model had evolved into one of the most refined and desirable full-size cars in the U.S. lineup. The Galaxie 500, in particular, stood out that year. Positioned just below the top-tier LTD, it struck a perfect balance between style and performance that appealed to families and car lovers alike. The design language of the 1966 Galaxie was pure Detroit muscle. Long, wide, and commanding, the car was built on Ford's full-size platform and boasted a new stacked headlight arrangement, a move that echoed the design trends of the mid-60s. The horizontal grille stretched wide across the front, making the car look even more dominant on the road. Under the hood, Ford gave buyers several options. The base engine was a 240 cubic inch inline-six, but most customers opted for one of the V8s. There were a few choices: the 289 small block, the 352, the 390, and even the monstrous 428 cubic inch V8, which was introduced that year. That engine delivered upwards of 345 horsepower, making the Galaxie a true sleeper on the street. Transmission choices were just as versatile. Buyers could select between a 3-speed manual, a 4-speed manual for the enthusiasts, or Ford's Cruise-O-Matic automatic transmission for smooth and effortless driving. The Galaxie wasn't just about power, it was about choice and comfort. Ford offered the Galaxie in multiple body styles, from a practical 4-door sedan to the sportier 2-door hardtop. There was also a convertible version, which was especially popular in the warmer states. Each version was built with attention to detail, offering solid construction and spacious interiors that made long drives a pleasure. Inside, the Galaxie reflected the era's growing love for luxury. The dashboard was wide and symmetrical, with easy-to-read gauges and chrome accents that gave it a premium touch. The seats were bench-style in most trims, upholstered in a variety of fabrics or optional vinyl. For those who went with the LTD or top-tier Galaxie 500 XL, the interiors got even more upscale. One standout feature of the 1966 Galaxie was its smooth ride. Thanks to Ford's suspension tuning and the long wheelbase, the car floated over roads, absorbing bumps with ease. It wasn't designed to be a sports car, it was built to cruise. And it did that beautifully. Safety and convenience were starting to become more important to buyers in the mid-60s, and Ford responded. The 1966 Galaxie offered optional seat belts, padded dashboards, and even an energy-absorbing steering column, which were considered advanced for the time. The Galaxie was popular with families, but it also had a strong following among younger drivers looking for performance. A well-optioned Galaxie 500 with a big V8 and dual exhaust could surprise just about any muscle car at a stoplight. It blended sleeper looks with real performance, and that's part of what makes it so memorable today. In NASCAR, the Galaxie had already made a name for itself earlier in the 1960s. While 1966 wasn't a big racing year for the Galaxie compared to earlier seasons, its legacy on the track helped boost its image. People respected the Galaxie not just for its power, but for its proven capability. Today, the 1966 Ford Galaxie remains a favorite among classic car collectors and restorers. Its design, performance options, and solid build quality make it a perfect candidate for restoration projects. Many examples can still be seen at car shows across the U.S., proudly displayed with polished chrome and vintage tags. Parts availability is relatively good, thanks to the popularity of the model during its production run. Whether you're hunting for trim pieces, engines, or body panels, chances are good that you'll find what you need to keep a Galaxie on the road. One of the reasons the Galaxie still resonates is that it represents a different time in American automotive history. It was a time when cars were designed with sweeping lines, generous proportions, and a deep rumble under the hood. The Galaxie carries that spirit with dignity and presence, that it's also a car that brings people together. Talk to any owner of a 1966 Galaxie and you'll hear stories of road trips, family vacations, or Sunday drives down Main Street. It's a car that lived life, not just sat in a garage. If you've ever had the chance to drive one, you know what makes it special. The way it cruises down the highway with that steady V8 thrum. The way people turn to look as it glides by, recognizing something both nostalgic and impressive. The Galaxie doesn't scream for attention, it earns it. And so, this car 1966 Ford Galaxie United States remains not just a car from the past, but a symbol of a golden era in American motoring. It was built during a time when form met function, when power met poise, and when driving was about more than just getting from A to B. It was about enjoying the journey. Thanks for joining us on this ride through history. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below with your own memories or thoughts about the Ford Galaxie. Until next time, keep those engines running and the stories alive.